Check, check. I do have sound. Okay, looked like I didn't have sound for a second. All right, that's a bad angle. All right, so do a search, Ninth Wonder free drum kit, and then scroll down and sound packs. This is where I got it, and I've had this kit for a minute. Let me pull up the chat. I don't know where we're at. Let's go. Yeah, so here we go. Soundpacks.com, Ninth Wonder drum kit, and the download should be here. I probably downloaded this like at least 2 years ago. So it is a good pack. Actually was probably my go-to pack for a minute. I wasn't using anything but this. It's got some really solid sounds. It's got quite a bit of samples too. All one shots, all drums, categorized very nicely. I'll take a look at it here in a second. And yeah, what's up with the chat? Tom Dunn, what's good? Muted. No volume still? Can y'all confirm that we got volume? Good now. Shoot. I don't know what that was, and I didn't feel like I didn't make any difference. But anyways, from the beginning, let's start over. I'm going to do a quick 30-minute stream, I think. I got some free gas for you. But first, let me go ahead and repeat this real quick, because this is what I need to slow down on these. Sometimes I'm just in a hurry. I'm trying to get these in, though, daily. So this is my sample pack. List the Noise, I Stole These Sounds. $10. It's a drum kit. It's key groups. You get 47 one-shot instruments in MPC programs, all processed through the SP with that lo-fi vinyl sound. A lot of vinyl noise and crackle and that kind of deal. And yeah, so that's that. This is a drum kit that's been floating around for a minute, and I've used it. I haven't been using it, but for a while when I did download it, it was like my go-to kit. So I'm gonna load up and show you what you have here. Let's see if I can navigate to it. Get this looking a little bit better here. Get it down. So, Ninth Wonder drum kit. Organized very well. Solid, high quality sounds. Like, I don't know if it's just Ninth Wonder's name or if these are sounds that it uses. It's been a while since I've listened to Ninth Wonder productions. When I first got into this, I think I bought I definitely bought a Little Brother album. So, but beyond that, it's been a minute. Other than hearing him in like, recently, or not too recently, but like Kendrick Lamar stuff, like on the Damn album. But you got claps, cymbals, hi-hats, kicks, percussion, shakers, snares. Do a quick scroll through these. And there's 30 claps. Oh, and then let's also talk about the subject. So, cymbals. Good thing to have cymbals in. A lot of these kits I've been going through don't have crashes really. Let's see if it has a crash. Some nice open hats and stuff. So we got some crashes. I like those, definitely usable. Pick one of these. I already got some drums up here ready to go. Try to prep up a little bit before I go live. I hate one thing I hate about the MPCs is the damn fingerprints. I shouldn't let it bother me, but I'm gonna wipe that off because it's kind of bothering me looking at all that. Oh, it's futile though. Why fight it? It's gonna happen. Yeah, so just go through. We got 100 hi-hats. So quite a bit here. These are just the closed hats, and in the cymbal folder is where there were some of the open hats. So some decent sounding stuff here. Okay, I won't go through all of it. But. Then kicks. We've got 130 kicks. That's quite a bit. Bad. Only like halfway through them here. And let's go to percussion. We got bongos, congas. I don't get into using that stuff very much, so it could be a challenge for me to go in and try to, maybe I'll do that one of these streams, just pull this open and like do something completely different, like start out with like a conga beat, bongo beat for my foundation and like start laying some chords or chops down. We'll see. Because I do kind of, you know, at some point you got to stop and be like, okay, I've been doing the same thing for a minute. Maybe I should try something else, you know, for a little growth and, you know, experiment with some other sounds. Definitely something I should do. Glad I just thought of that. But yeah, the topic at hand, keep it simple. So I'm curious, like if you guys could go ahead in the chat window, moving into the shaker folder. In the chat window, go ahead and break down if you can, how many tracks, maybe just a number answer. How many tracks would you say that you put in? How many sounds that you put into a beat, your song? So I keep it very simple. I think this is like one of the hugest things that I've come to learn over, you know, beat making, music production over the long years that I've been doing this. Is I know like I can look back and I kind of wish I did have some of the old stuff that I did way back, although sometimes it can be cringy. It's fun to listen to your older stuff, but I didn't hold on to anything. I don't know, I'm kind of sentimental, but also like I don't like clutter, so I'll get rid of stuff if it's just sitting around and I didn't really take care of those. If I had them, they'd probably be like on a CD somewhere, you know, because I used to do, when I first started, I was on FL, and I used to bounce out, put it on CD just so I can go listen to it in the car and just have a different perspective. But those are early days. Like I didn't have any type of studio monitors. I think the first pair of speakers I bought were just home audio speakers when I got my first keyboard and started doing FL and all that. So 150 snares in here, and this is the last folder of samples in here. That's quite a bit, you know. 130 kicks, 150 snares. So I'm gonna break it down, think about how many tracks I usually use, and it's really not that much. Those sound very similar, slightly different, I guess. It's kind of interesting. Kind of sounds like it has like a conga or something under it. But yeah, man, we have a lot of possibilities, even with these MPCs standalone. I like to keep it simple. Not having a lot of options, limiting yourself to options, I think is a healthy thing. I don't think it's the main reason why I stay off a computer, but it's one of the reasons. I mean, these things are powerful. You can do like up to 128 tracks. Definitely not ever coming near that. Okay, I pretty much went through all the snares there. All right, so let's get started. All right, and I'll break it down as I go. So usually, here's another element. Like when you guys go in, do you ever feel like you're just chopping just to chop? Because sometimes just looping is fine, right? Like this is cool enough as is. This is a splice sample, so I feel like some of the stuff that's up there is already like created in a way where it sounds like it's chopped and it's ready to go. Part of me feels a little about that, you know, like I like to kind of earn things, but sometimes, you know what I mean? Like building an instrumental from scratch or off your own merit, or even like just hunting for something and then chopping it up or looping it up. But I don't know. I do kind of hesitate sometimes, like, you know, you want to flip something, but sometimes something, you know, a sample doesn't need to be, a loop doesn't need to be flipped necessarily. Or the flip can come, I guess, in other ways. Now I'm thinking about it, it doesn't have to be the chop. It could be what you build around it, like a collage or composition around it, right? Maybe I'll do some of that, but I'm not going to be on very long. So I'm just going to loop this. It's a 4-bar loop. So that's how I start, mainly, usually, right? Sample, loop, chop, or chords. So that's one track. So if you break it down, I guess drums. So drums would be, say, I mean, my natural inclination to go next is put. Let me turn this down. Oops, I already recorded that. Okay, so I guess drums could be considered one track or one sound, not necessarily. Because if I you know, bunch that into one sound, one track, then my beat, my instrumental, my piece of work is really going to be narrowed down to only a few different tracks. I don't think this is chart. Hold on, let me plug this in real quick. MPC was down to like 17% battery. I usually let it drain, but I don't want it to like die mid-stream or something. It probably won't, but... So, let's go. Let me just throw some drums down. Okay. Oops. I got timing correct on. I usually turn it off, but actually worked well. I always used to avoid quantization because I felt like it was more of a hassle trying to find the right settings versus just trying to play it right. Okay, kind of wanna. Okay, yeah, see that quantized that different, but that's cool. I like how it quantized it. Not what I was going for, but... Actually, don't sound too bad. Quantize that. Okay, so I could bunch that in and say that's just 2 tracks. I mean, it is 2 tracks because I put all my drums on one track. If not, then it's what? Sample, kick, snare, hat, crash. 5 sounds so far. or 2 tracks. Then I could go and maybe play a lead part. Let's find a different sound. It's usually where I start singing, humming, probably before. That's my old mistake. So like, as I've learned to keep things simple, one realization really only came like probably less than a year ago is that even though I think I was keeping things pretty simple, I was still overproducing. So, you know, at this point, I'd probably come up with a lead, but then I've removed that step where I put a lead and then I put my voice on it, and that has allowed room for me to actually write songs. But I might pull up a lead, like right now. Or just play around with this, right? I'm not the only one that does this. And just so I can get a feel of like the sequence of notes, and then go into like my bass. So, actually, like most of my songs at this point, little out of key, whatever, but this is usually how I start. Like before I put any more instrumentation beyond sample chop and drums, I'm humming on top of it before I add any more instrumentation. So at this point, I've got 3 tracks. And in most of my songs lately, I've been aiming to produce a little more because I feel like I've been underproducing. But lately, this will be what my song consists of. And then I'll put a bass line. Bass line. The sample has already got a cool bass line in it. Maybe I could bring it out. But usually I'll play something. And then that's it. Then I'm off arranging and then writing verses. So let's see what's going on in the chat. I've been kind of neglecting it so I can just move. Thank y'all for jumping in. Let me get a like to push this forward. I'm trying to do a live stream a day. There goes my camera. Let me switch it real quick. I should be smoother with that. Switch that real quick. Trying to do a live stream a day, so if y'all want to encourage that. So far, what I've been doing is showcasing a sample pack here and there. Last 2 been free. This one, last stream was free, a free pack, and then just other ones that I've purchased. And if you guys have any suggestions for sample packs you want to see me look at, go ahead, drop that in the comments or in the chat window as well. I'm looking for some other stuff. I'm gonna be searching around to see if I can find some free stuff. So yeah, there's that. And let me just see what's going on. Nook the 3 was good. Got a 9th Wonder kit from my FL Studio days. Yeah, fire. Is that what you said? Yeah. Yeah, it's probably the same pack, man. I think it's been around a minute. When I was doing my Google search, someone Someone, I seen a Reddit post where someone said they got it off like an FL Studio site. So it might be the same. I don't know if it's the same one, honestly. Tom Dillon, what you do, keep being awesome. I appreciate that, man. Thank you for the encouragement. JJ Bing 3, what's good? I have 3 Ninth Wonder kits, including this one and one from 2003. Huh. Cool. Do you know where you got those? I'd like to check out some of them, the other ones. Park Jones, I don't like the touchscreen on anything for that reason, for sure. No doubt. I don't really trip about my phone. Like I don't go constantly like trying to clean my phone screen. There's something different about my music gear. I treat music gear better than I treat like my car. Any of my cars I ever own. I'm kind of a shitty car owner. Hate to say, like I actually only had one car from when I was 19 to this age, and now I have my second vehicle. It lasted me a long time, but I didn't treat it the best. Like wasn't like washing it all the time, cleaning it out, kind of messy, embarrassingly. So, but when it comes to my music gear, let me get this camera right. When it comes to my music gear, man, I treat it like I'm cleaning it, you know, dusting them, all that. So, anyways. I just seen that the Ninth Wonder treats from the Drum Broker. I didn't know they had that up there. It says free, but when I looked at it, it says it's out of stock. So I guess they're not sharing it for some reason anymore. What do you mean? J Bing, usually use about 6 tracks for drum sounds, 2 or 3 samples / melodies, and a bass sound. See, pretty simple, right? 6 tracks from drum sound. So you program your drums individually. And I used to do that, and I always kind of practiced a little bit of finger drumming, but I think I probably finger at most when I first started was like a kick and snare and a hi-hat, but I would just do that for fun. I would never like program it. I would still individually do it. Now that I'm getting more comfortable, I like to do it. Now I do my kick and my snare, maybe my crash. Sometimes I'll throw the hat down there and do it all, but it seems like what I've been doing lately is kick, snare, and then adding everything else, you know. So, but every once in a while I'll feel comfortable and I'll do the whole finger drumming and I'll put it all on one track. And you know what? It doesn't really matter. It's going to matter more now with MPC 3 coming out. But like tracks are kind of irrelevant or what's the word? Redundant when it comes with the way the MPC works now in like 2.15. Because you can still, there goes my camera again. You can really still just, you can still mix your pads individually, even if you put them on the same track. You have the flexibility to go in a pad mixer, you know what I mean? And still mix them. So the point of it having an individual track for your drums for each sound is that you can mix them individually, right? Or, I mean, you're going to do some bus compression and mixing, whatever, all together to kind of glue those things together. But when it comes to anything, like even your samples, I have my samples on. I could even put this sample on the same, it's on the same program, right now. Put it on the same track, and having a separate track is irrelevant, really. It's not necessary because I can still mix this. I can put 4 inserts on it and then route it to a submix still, and then do more processing and stuff. So I don't know what the point was of me saying that, but yeah, like, and that's something I just really even came to the conclusion to when I was using SP, because when I first started using the SP pattern sequencer, I was like, oh, I wish I had tracks. But when it comes down to it, what is the point of having a different track, even on the SP, when you can't actually throw any inserts on any tracks in the SP because there aren't any tracks or on individual sounds? But you could still mix, even though you put your samples on a different pattern or on the same pattern. Like if you're sequencing with the SP, the Mark II, you can still mix those individually. You have individual control of the levels, the panning, and I mean, you could throw it through effects and resample, and then, you know, so like tracks sometimes are, I guess, I don't know. what's the word? They're what was I gonna say? Overrated. But the way MPC is popping up, I think tracks is gonna be nice. So, yeah, it should be nice. But there's still gonna be the pad mixer, right? I believe you can still individually edit pads and stuff. So. Love the percussion backing beat. Get some good swing that way. Yeah, I didn't have any swing on that, so I just allowed the quantize to do its thing. And it doesn't sound too like mechanical to me right now. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm listening through these little in-ear headphones. Kopowski or Koopowski, 8 to 12 tracks and record using track mutes, not song mode. I haven't put the time into developing a song mode workflow yet. For sure. Cool. Like that's, yeah, I see that. I can get how people want to do that because it's, I like performance type stuff. So that kind of, I feel like if you're doing the track mutes, although I don't do it, kind of gives you an element of that performance and that like, I don't know. It gives you a deeper, I think, connection to the music when you're doing some type of performance. That's why I like finger drumming. The software is dope too. Don't sleep on it. The MPC software, Mars Irvin. Thanks for coming in. I'll definitely sleep on it though, because I'm not interested in going over there. I've been sleeping on it intentionally. I used to use it. I mean, back before MPC. The standalones were around. I had a Renaissance for a little bit and a studio for a little bit. I'll Rock Beats, what's up? 2 to 3 samples and about 6 drum sounds. I keep it simple as possible. Still tripping. What's good, man? Thanks for checking in. I've seen people chop a 2-bar loop into 16 parts and lay it from pad 1. You mean just like sequencing it in the same order? You know what? I know it seems funny too, but when I think about it now, the way that I chop too, like if I were to chop a drum break, so if you like the loop as is, I would still recommend that you chop it up into those 16 parts, or at least 8 parts, and then sequence those. Because when it comes arrangement time, if you just have a loop laying in there and you want to mute it out, you can't drop it out at any point. It's gonna loop until the end. And then it can't drop out until then. You know what I mean? So if you do chop it up, then you can drop it out at any point as long as it hits that grid, depending on whether you chop it 16 or 8. So I think that's necessary. But I understand what you're saying. Like, it's like, why? Because I used to think that too. Why would you chop that and then do the exact same thing? But maybe they're already thinking that, Buck 88 Keys, what's good, man? No ego, what's good? Greetings. I like the direction you're going with this beat. Okay, appreciate it. I gotta redo some. I was just like throwing some humming in there. It's a little out of key, so I gotta do that again. But I think at this point I'm just in chat mode, so I'm coming up on 30 minutes. I wanted to do a quick one today and then possibly be back tomorrow. That's the goal. Yeah, let me know. Hey, K-Sun, let me know. I can go back into it and show you where to get it. If you really just Google Ninth Wonder free drum kit and then scroll down until you see soundpacks.com, that's where I got it. So if you all are having issues with this, let me know. I was actually gonna put it up on my Patreon because I couldn't remember where I found it, but then I Googled it and was like, yeah, I clicked. It was on soundpacks.com. So just Google that and then go to soundpacks.com and you find the download. But if y'all are having issues, you don't have this pack, I could still put it up on my Patreon and y'all can look in there. Diego, what's good? EA Ski has hard knocking drums. That's what's up. There's a lot of Ninth Wonder kits floating around on the internet. I'm not sure if this is a paid kit or free, but they're, yeah, this is one of the free ones. Yeah, what's up, Diego, man? Thanks for coming. Immersive, what's good, man? Just got MPC Studio Black, and it made me love the software. MPC Studio Black, the old one, the first one. That's what's up. Yeah, man, I used to love that thing. That thing was, when there was no other options out there, no, that thing was powerful, and it had like the old school workflow still. Why do you hate touchscreens that aren't Apple? Yes, in the same order. I'm not sure what you're referring to there. Wow, that camera is just not feeling it today. It's tired. Oh, that's my mic right there. MPC Studio Black is like having the dopest 2000 XL ever. That's what's up. I've never tried a 2000 XL. Yeah, I'd like to. I mean, for a minute I was gassing looking at a bunch of gear on eBay. I was looking at 2000 XLs too. I think it's right around when I bought the 500 that I've got, and I still got that. That's like the last piece I plan on selling because I've sold it so many times, bought it so many times. I think I'll hold on to it. Maybe one day I'll get it, get a retro custom from Ghostface, or not Ghostface, but a Ghost and MPC. Waiting to see me lay this bass line? Okay, let me see if I can do that. Daydream Sound, what's good, man? Afternoon to you. Just passing through, appreciate it. Thanks for the drop in. I need to take these headphones off probably and get some ones that actually have some bass on them. Yeah. Okay, F sharp, natural minor. I've been having trouble finding the actual key of my stuff with. I was talking about this like 2 streams back. Is MKII needs to upgrade, enhance the key detect feature in here, and give you more scales because it only gives you major and minor, and that's just not enough. Because I often fall into pad perform, and I'm like playing notes that don't belong in a scale of the sample. I think and the bass line that's on there is dope, but if I turn it, I'm gonna turn it down so it doesn't clash with what I'm doing. Or just put a air kill EQ on the bass. these basses in there that much. Struggle here. Camera. Sounds better. Wow, camera hates me today. Adrenaline Beast, what's good, man? Thanks for popping in. While watching MPC 3 videos, I have zoomed in and saw some new MIDI styles for guitar. Really, I thought I'd seen a few others. Can't remember at this moment, though. What does that mean? What do you mean? Expand on that. New MIDI styles for guitar. Is that like something that's in Pad Perform? What do you mean by that? That sounds intriguing. Bass lines be killing me. Once I get like Kev Brown, Marco Polo, and Pete Rock, I'm out of here. I've actually got a Kev Brown drum pack that I could... Wait, no, I don't. I have an Apollo Brown drum pack. My bad. Al Rock Beats, which bass plugin are you using? I'm using Fabric, and this one's called MIDI Bass. I'll probably like what I would do with this. I'd keep it as is for now, and then like when I find a bass line, I'll probably take some of them highs and mids out. Lil Sav, yo, I sold my MPC 1000. Well, why the sad face, man? If you're gonna be sad about it, why'd you sell it? Yeah, the pad perform. Are you getting something else, Lil Sav? Does this new MPC sound better than older ones to you? Yeah, I think they sound better. Just as good. I mean, there's so much more you can do with it. You got so much more effects and things. So, I think most people would say they're transparent. Like they just sound like what you put into it. So I think that's where the argument is settled at, people. And I can't say from experience because I've never used like the MPC 3000, stuff like the SP 1200. I think it's about what that adds to the sound because they have like a unique sound. It adds an element of what is the word? Character. So like with these, they sound like what you put into it. So if you got effects built in, I mean, you can tweak and make something sound more like how you want. You can run it through Air Flavor. You got Air Flavor free version, Air Flavor Pro. I think it's worth the purchase. It's so if you want some kind of character, you can really tweak that stuff. And you got like amp simulators and stuff. And then again, I mean, the MPC 1000 I had too. You got like the multi assignable outs, so you can run into external effects. If you get some kind of external effects unit, bring it back. So I don't really get into that because based off experience. I mean, I've used the 1000 and I've owned the 1000 along with the newer ones, and I feel like I like the sound of the newer ones better. So, but I can't compare to MPC 3060 SP12. Like I have no experience with that. But that's what it's really about, I think, the character. Soul Scientific, did you make that Ninth Wonder drum kit? No, I did not. I might put the link in the description later. But if you just Google Ninth Wonder free drum kit, like I've been saying, and go down to soundpacks.com, that's where I had gotten it a few years ago. MIDI progression page, it has guitar and a few other, that's dope. Now you really been scoping through those, huh? Those MPC3 videos? Yeah, they don't mention it, huh? Well, they probably mention it like when it comes out, or like closer, like saving it for something. I don't know, but I think most of the people that haven't, well, not most of them. Just trying to think of like what kind of producers they are, because a few of them are like sample based, but there are some original composition heads too there. That's dope, dog. Good to hear. So we'll have like strumming. Like some of us have been asked. Like I've been wanting strumming. Just got the MPC. I don't know which bass plugin is the top one yet. I mean, if you go into Fabric XL, you have synth basses, electric basses, and like acoustic basses. So if you want like those 808s, that new one, what is it called? Like Sub Factory or Sub Lab or something? That'd probably be it. But then you also have one called Bassline. It's just the bass synth. One of the free ones, so you'll get it for sure. You'll have it in there for sure. I did like the character of the 1000. I don't know what kind of character the 1000 has, honestly. For me, some of these things are a little too subtle for me to really comment on them. Maybe my ears are not that good. Yeah, this is the Ninth Wonder drum kit on this beat, Pavilion. Thanks for coming in, bro. Yeah, hopefully the strum, Blatantly Blatant, was good. Back with another live, man, trying to keep going. Yeah, I'm planning for one daily. If I fall off, then it's all good. I'm going to get back up and keep on going. So, 45 minutes. I'd like to keep going, but I'm gonna call it right here. Let's was a nice conversation. I think most of us like to keep it simple. Don't overproduce. Don't make your tracks too busy. I guess it depends on what genre you make, but you know, I do hip hop, so I think it's pretty simple. I think most of us, not all of us, but I don't know. I can really comment on other genres. I don't really produce other genres. I just produce. I mean, I produce electronically in the style of boom bap, hip hop. So, but, you know, I just make whatever comes out. And there goes the camera again. So I'm gonna wrap it up. Give this camera a break. Y'all go pick up the pack. I appreciate y'all. Again, like I said, if you have any suggestions on sample packs that you've been curious about and you want to hear, go ahead and suggest it, and I'll see if I can get my hands on it. I'll see if I can get my hands on it and preview it, you know. We'll see. I might have to invest in some stuff, but I'll try to leverage some of the audience and see if I can get some people to send some stuff over, possibly. You know? All right, so keep that in mind. I'll get this camera back before I finish. Keep that in mind. Appreciate y'all. Y'all blessed. Keep on with your dreams. That's it. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Hopefully, God willing.